Intro music fades. Okay, imagine this. You're one of the most experienced hiking guides in Tasmania, you've spent decades mastering every inch of the overland track, you pack your gear with military precision, and still, you end up stranded on a mountain slope so dangerous they have to send a helicopter to yank you out. That's not just a random accident. That's a wake-up call about how we romanticize expertise in adventure sports. And honestly, this story reveals something uncomfortable about all of us who chase extreme experiences. Let's unpack this. The guy survived because of rescue teams, but what fascinates me is the psychology behind why someone so skilled still got into trouble. See, we tend to think experience equals invincibility. Like, oh, he knows the trail better than anyone. But here's the twist, familiarity breeds overconfidence. I've seen it in rock climbers who stop double-checking knots, or skiers who ignore avalanche warnings because they've skied this slope 100 times. Your brain starts treating risk as a commodity you can stockpile expertise against. Big mistake. What this incident really highlights is the gap between preparation and reality. The article mentions meticulous preparation, but let's dissect that. Did his prep include scenarios where everything goes wrong simultaneously? Because nature doesn't care about your checklist. A sudden weather shift turns damp rocks into death traps. And here's where social media culture plays dirty, we glorify these adventures with highlight reels. You ever notice how every hiking video cuts out the 3 hours of shivering in the rain? So both guides and tourists subconsciously downplay the chaos factor. Now, let's zoom out. This isn't just about one hiker. It's a symptom of how we commodify wilderness experiences. Tasmania's Overland Track isn't some untouched secret anymore, it's Instagram famous. More boots on the ground mean more pressure to perform as a guide. I'm not blaming the victim here, but there's a systemic issue. When your livelihood depends on leading groups through scenic routes, how often do you reroute when conditions turn sketchy? Especially if clients paid premium bucks expecting those viral sunrise shots? Here's a detail that should haunt anyone planning backcountry trips: the rescue required a helicopter. That's not just expensive, it's a resource drain for emergencies that could have been prevented. And this raises a deeper question: should there be stricter self-sufficiency requirements for accessing these trails? I'm conflicted. On one hand, nature should be accessible. On the other, we're seeing more "I need to be saved" scenarios because people conflate trail difficulty ratings with amusement park ride warnings. Ultimately, this story isn't about a failure of skill, it's about human cognitive bias meeting raw nature. And if you take nothing else from this, realize this: every expert was once a beginner who stopped being afraid. That loss of fear? It's a double-edged sword. So next time you see someone bragging about knowing every rock on a trail, maybe quietly wonder when they last respected those rocks enough to turn back.